So here's tea, right? Not only did I fake a sew-in by doing a quick weave, but this was my first time ever doing the side part, and I think I did pretty good. So I'm gonna need y'all to stay tuned. This is very beginner friendly and easy to do. So we're gonna just get right into it. Look at Eunice with our holiday packaging. Inside the pack, we do have some lashes, a wig cap, some nails, a melt band, and this is me. How y'all doing? We are about to be doing great because we're going to be installing this quick weave. Very simple. I wanted to go for a side part. At first I thought about doing a deep side part, but then I was like, is this even deep enough? I don't know. For me, this works. Y'all, this is a rule of thumb. If you can see your rat tail comb, it's going to be too thin. So just go a little bit wider, and that leave out will be perfect to make sure it's blending on top of those tracks, and you're going to be good to go. If you're somebody that's worried about having too much leave out, do what's best for you. But I learned that my hair is a little on the finer side, so I like to make sure that the comb is covered when I have my hair out. This is how my braid down is looking. Once I do my plaits, I like to plait them together, and then I put them in a ponytail, and then I bob pin them up. If you're using a protective shield, you can do this size or a little bigger, but I'm just going to go ahead and go in with this old wig cap that I found for this install. Y'all, don't judge me. This is probably my second time total doing a quick weave, but my first time doing the side part. I did go in with some concealer just to mark my line of demarcation, so I'm not putting no glue on my head. And then to mold, I'm going to be using my Anastasia, kind of like a spritz free spray. And then I did go in with some of that even just for holding spray, and y'all, it worked wonders. Once I sprayed that around my head, I did go ahead and go in with my blow dryer, and then I took a look at these bundles by Eunice. I do have two 22 inches and a 20 inch. I went ahead and started with both of my 22 inches. This is me opening it up and throwing it over my shoulder like it's a coat. But the first thing that I always do is to measure, and then after I measure, I cut, and then I add my glue. I'm using the 30-second bonding glue. I got it from my local beauty supply store. They also have another one that's in a black tube, but this is the one that I've been using. Then I apply the glue to the weft, and then I put the track on my head. I'm putting them kind of close, but not to the point where they're touching each other, because I did want to try to fit all three bundles on my head. I did only end up using 2 and like 3/4. I did have a little bit of my third bundle left, but it gave such a good finish. Like, you would have thought it was a sew-in, but it's definitely a quick weave. I like to check with my mirror just to make sure I'm not overlapping or touching the other track with the one below it. But every now and then, after I do about 3 or 4 pieces of tracks, I like to go in with the blow dryer, and I repeat the process. Sometimes you can use your finger to guide you as you're about to cut it. I wouldn't recommend this when it's actually glue on this weft, because you're probably just going to end up getting the glue on your hand. But if you do, don't forget, if you rub your fingers together, the glue will dry and come right off. With this being my first time doing a side part quick weave, I feel like the results came out awesome. There are so many ways to install a quick weave, and there is technically no wrong way. As long as your hair is healthy, your install is flat, and you ain't losing no hair, I think you're good to go. And just as a heads up, I did end up taking this quick weave out about a week later, and it came right off with some conditioner. So even though I didn't go in with some type of bonding sealed gel thing, it still worked for me. I just took my time. That was me showing you opening up the third and final bundle. This process was very redundant, so it's literally cutting the tracks to fit the shape or area that you want it to go, gluing that track, putting it on your head, holding it in place for a second. You can use your blow dryer and repeat that process till you get to the top of your head. Like, that is literally it. Just make sure that you are not getting it on your leave out, which is why I use some concealer to mark it. Some people use like a white eyeliner pencil. Whatever you can use to make sure you're marking it to know you're good to go. Once I finish, I like to take my blow dryer and just go along the circumference of my head. Some people have a sit-down blow dryer. You can also do that. But this part right here, y'all, you see how I'm using my thumb to guide the razor? Make sure you're guiding your razor or your scissors. And this isn't to scare you. This is just to remind you that you have your hair somewhere near this stuff. You want to be careful while you're using any type of scissors or razors, because you don't want to accidentally cut any of your hair off. So at this point in the video, I just will be styling my leave out and she's going to be good to go. But before I go, I need to give a huge shout out to Eunice Hair. Happy birthday to you all. They are celebrating a birthday of their company and I just want to say that I love your hair. I love your company. I love your brand. I love the effort that you guys put into the packaging as well as the quality for such an affordable price. So again, happy birthday to Eunice. And I will be always a supporting customer and someone that rocks your hair. Also, don't forget that all the information on these bundles and Eunice's hair, their wigs, their website will be down below. So please feel free to check it out if you're interested. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to come take off with me. I would love for you to join the fam and the community. And we're just going to be doing our hair ourselves. And we're just going to be popping, all right? As always, thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.